Hey YouTube, welcome to part 8. This is the Blood Axe Mob I've been working on for a while. Last part you saw, I did the skin on the first 5. I changed it up a little bit on the second, or the last 15. I went a little deeper with the color. I went from a heavy green, goblin green, then mix in between those, goblin green to camouflage green, which was different, and then mix in between those, and then a camouflage green to desert yellow with a mix in between those. So you have that whole range of colors. What I basically did, I put them on a wet palette, kind of like what you see on my dry brush board here, and went from the darker green and kind of mixed them all together as a fade all the way across. So then some of the orcs changed or turned a little bit differently. Some are a little more yellow or lighter skin. Some got a little bit of darker skin. Like you can see, this guy's kind of a darker one. Then someone like this guy, really bright skin, really bright highlights on him, so it changes up a little bit. Also, what I did differently to change him up a little bit too, I don't know, I just did it just for fun and practice and see what it looked like. I mean, this is an army, it's nothing to be displayed. The teeth, I did the same, basically same, like a charred brown, and then a bone color, then a wash. Then when I came in later to highlight them again, some I used the bone color, like let's say this guy. He's got a bone color on his teeth. And then there's this guy who has a polished bone from Reaper. So instead of like the regular bone color from Vallejo or GW, Shopty bone or whatever, then I went and used a Reaper polish bone, which is a colder gray. And you can see next, let's see, we get these guys next to each other. These little corks are kind of unstable on their own. There we go. Oops, again. Let's figure a way to do this. You can see how the teeth are slightly different in tone. So it makes it a little more fun and a little more different in the army, and a little kind of cooler to deal with. Why am I missing a guy? There we go. Also, the bases are all done too, if you noticed. I used my usual Americana Mississippi mud to spray the base rings. But before that, I went in with my craft paint, my famous Ceram coat. I think I got this idea from, or the use of this paint from 3T Studios, or a big terrain guy out of Arizona. These are really high quality paint to work with. I mean, next to the Vallejo, there's not a lot of difference to them. Very thick. You get a lot for, I think, like $1.10 or something like that. I get them from Huffcraft. I think I put that name up before. If you look up Ceram Coat, it'll come up. That'll be the first one. And you get like they do priority shipping, like in a box for $7. So I did like 40 paints. You know, shipping at $7, that's next to nothing. So it was like under $1.20 a bottle. And these are 2 full ounces. And it's a very, very thick, heavy pigmented paint, so you need to thin it out a lot. These will last forever. So what I did with these, like I did on my, you've probably seen on a previous one with my Dreadnought, is brown oxide, but I changed up, and this is more of a desert theme. Dark flesh, a little bit lighter than the terracotta, and then desert dune beige, a little bit lighter than what I did with the Dreadnought also, so it gives it more of a desert look, as you can see. And also I did a wash after the first base coat. And that is it. Let's see. Let's take another look at some of these other guys. Let's. Here's the big shooter guy. Get him under the light. And this is the one with the heavy dark green. I don't know. I did these guys different. They are boys. They're not knobs. But I just wanted to kind of make it look special. The armor wash on some of the gun, then highlighted up. Highlighted all the ammunition of different colors of metallics. Did the backpack, I think people did that. Did some wet blending on the strap to give a little bit of highlight on it. Then wash, a couple different washes and some different kinds of damage on the that shoulder pad, because they are Ard boys. Let me see this other Ard boy, shooter guy, big shooter. They're all shooters. This is a big shooter guy. That helmet's kind of cool. I went in there and really, really washed those eye slits. I made them really deep. These guys are basically identical except for the helmets. And then we have my knob. Still not done yet. I might do something else to that power claw. I'm not happy with it. I might throw some camo on it just to break it up a little bit. Did a lot of washes and highlighting on those big armor pieces he has across his whole back. And obviously that's the boss pole I sculpted for the blood axes. And that's his twin link big shooter, which is probably illegal in play, but it looks cool. And I think that should be it for our update. I'll give you the last little flyby of all these guys. I have another 20 of these guys. Let me show you that real quick. I'm going to take you over to my gaming table over here where I have everything set up basically. You saw these were the rehab orcs I did. They're all ready to go and ready to fight. I might make those blood axes eventually. These are going to be blood axes, probably a little more simpler on the uniforms. A lot of black probably, and I'll see how I'll do their pants. But these guys are obviously Slugga Choppa guys. So there's over 20 of those also. I have to do that. So I'm going to probably hold off on that for a while and work on my finish those dreadnoughts off. And I have some other single minis I want to do. I want to get some practice for some competition stuff. So as usual, thank you for joining me, and we will see you in the next part.